So in Nashville, there's actually a church that is intentionally designed for the deaf community. And they have allowed the needs of their congregation to dictate how they even built their building. And so from the ground up, this church is intentionally designed with the deaf community in mind, with the needs of sign language, with wider seats so they have more room to move their hands, with intentional spacing so that everyone can see each other more directly than you might find in a traditional pew-by-pew church, and with speakers built into the ground so that vibrations from the music as they worship can be felt rather than necessarily heard. And so a church like that is so intentional, is an incredible resource, not just for the deaf community, but for all of us to learn how we can understand the needs and how we can address them in ways that are theologically sound and progressively inclusive. On a smaller level, the church that I'm currently working at offered a community conversation for parents, self-advocates, people with disabilities, and researchers and ministers and other church leaders to all come together and to learn from one another, so that rather than guessing what the needs of our community are, we could be networking each other together to say, what strengths do you have? What needs do you have? How do we bring those all together? Whether it happens inside of our church building or outside of it in someone else's faith congregation. That is, I think, another small way that a church can be inclusive and welcoming without necessarily having the resources to redo their entire architecture or build a ministry from scratch.